How's it going, everybody? Pozermobil here, bringing you some absolute bangers that are all on sale on the PlayStation Store for the Critics' Choice sale that runs through February 25th. As usual, I've scoured this sale for all the full games, game bundles, and premium editions that are at the lowest price they've been in recent history, and are at least a 70 on OpenCritic or Game Rankings. So if that sounds like the kind of video you want to see, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss my daily coverage of every sale that Sony puts out. I'm trying to get to 25k by the end of the year, so every bit helps. Alright, that's enough yapping for me, let's get into the video. For $29.39, Spider-Man 2 is an open-world action-adventure where Peter Parker and Miles Morales face their toughest challenge yet while protecting New York from Venom and a rising symbiote threat. With faster web swinging using web wings, seamless switching between Peter and Miles with distinct abilities, and intense battles with iconic villains like Kraven and the Lizard, it delivers a larger, darker, and more cinematic sequel. It's an 88 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. For $29.99, Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered is an action RPG set in a far future Earth, overrun by colossal machines, where you play as Aloy, a young outcast, uncovering her origins and the secrets of a mysterious world. Explore lush, overgrown ruins, encounter unique tribes, settlements, and compelling companions, while facing awe-inspiring, deadly machines and rival factions in fast-paced combat using a wide array of tools and weapons. It's an 89 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For $29.39, Gran Turismo 7 is a premium racing simulator that celebrates 25 years of the series with a deep, authentic driving experience built for both solo and competitive players. With over 400 meticulously detailed cars, more than 90 track routes featuring dynamic weather, and the return of GT simulation mode alongside competitive sport mode, it blends car culture, progression, and high-level racing into one expansive package. It's an 87 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 90 hours to platinum. For $39.99, Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is a turn-based RPG set in a Belle Epoque-inspired world, where the paintress erases anyone who reaches her newly painted number, pushing Expedition 33 into a desperate final mission. Its reactive combat blends traditional strategy with real-time dodging, parrying, re-aim targeting, and rhythmic combo timing, letting you tailor builds through gear, skills, and clever party synergies that reward precision. It's a 92 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 60 hours to platinum. For $29.39, Ratchet Clank Rift Apart is an action-adventure that puts you in the shoes of Ratchet, Clank, and the new Lombax hero Rivet as they fight a robotic emperor intent on conquering multiple worlds. Blast through diverse planets, manipulate dimensional rifts, and wield an outrageous arsenal of weapons, while exploring stunning new locations and alternate versions of familiar favorites in a story full of humor, art, and high-octane action. It's an 88 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $29.39, Returnal is a roguelike third-person shooter that puts you in the role of Celine, a space explorer crash-landing on the ever-shifting alien planet Atropos, where death means restarting your journey with new challenges. Adapt to constantly changing environments, scavenge alien technology to upgrade abilities, and engage in intense bullet hell combat while uncovering the story of Celine and her connection to the planet. It's an 86 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $29.99, Dark Souls 3 is a dark fantasy action RPG that sends you into a dying world of fading embers, crumbling kingdoms, and colossal enemies as the series reaches its brutal climax. With faster and more aggressive combat, interconnected environments packed with secrets, and the signature risk-reward gameplay built around precise timing and mastery, it delivers one of the most intense and atmospheric journeys in the genre. It's a 90 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 110 hours to platinum. For $29.39, The Last of Us Part 1 is a story-driven action-adventure rebuilt from the ground up for PS5, retelling the award-winning journey through a shattered post-pandemic America. With completely rebuilt visuals and animations, refined combat and stealth encounters, and an emotionally charged cross-country journey following Joel and Ellie, it delivers a definitive version of one of gaming's most celebrated narratives. It's an 82 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For $22.49, Cyberpunk 2077 is an open-world action RPG where you play as V, a mercenary fighting to survive in the sprawling neon chaos of Night City as you chase power, answers, and a path to freedom. You'll explore massive districts, take on gigs and story missions, and customize your build with deep RPG systems, cyberware upgrades, and branching dialogue that meaningfully affect combat, navigation, and narrative outcomes. It's a 76 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 70 hours to platinum. For $37.49, Split Fiction is a fast-paced co-op adventure where two writers, Mio and Zoe, get trapped inside their own stories after a device meant to extract ideas goes haywire in spectacular fashion. Its split-screen design demands tight coordination as you and a partner swap between sci-fi and fantasy worlds, mastering new abilities, solving clever puzzles, and tackling wildly different challenges that constantly remix the gameplay experience. It's a 91 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $24.99, Final Fantasy XVI is an epic dark fantasy RPG where you follow Clive Rossfield, the first Shield of Rosaria, sworn to protect his younger brother Joshua, the Dominant of the Phoenix. When tragedy strikes, Clive is thrust into a gripping tale of vengeance against Ifrit, a dark icon whose catastrophic power threatens the land, as you journey through a beautifully realized world shaped by colossal icons and their wielders. It's an 87 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 75 hours to platinum. For $24.99, Red Dead Redemption is an open-world Western action-adventure that follows former outlaw John Marston as he's forced to hunt down his old gang to protect his family. With a sprawling journey across the American West and Mexico, a powerful character-driven narrative, and the included Undead Nightmare expansion that reimagines the world with a zombie apocalypse, it delivers one of Rockstar's most celebrated experiences. It's a 94 on Game Rankings, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For $29.99, Lies of P is a dark Souls-like that reimagines the story of Pinocchio against the hauntingly elegant Belle Epoque, blending gothic atmosphere with brutal, methodical combat. Play as a puppet created by Geppetto, navigating the madness and bloodlust of Krat, while a mysterious voice guides you to adapt your weapons and skills, unravel the city's secrets, and choose whether to confront challenges with truth or weave lies to survive. It's an 82 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $34.99, Silent Hill 2 is a haunting psychological survival horror remake that follows James Sunderland as he returns to the fog-shrouded town after receiving a letter from his deceased wife. Rebuilt with modern visuals, immersive sound design, and an over-the-shoulder camera, the town feels more oppressive as you explore expanded locations, solve puzzles, and confront manifestations born from James' fractured psyche. It's an 87 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $39.59, Horizon Forbidden West Complete Edition is a massive open-world action RPG that follows Aloy into the deadly Forbidden West as she confronts mysterious new threats endangering the future of Earth. With a vast frontier of diverse biomes, combat against colossal machines, and the included Burning Shores expansion continuing the story beyond the main campaign, it delivers the full, definitive experience of Aloy's journey. It's an 88 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 35 hours to platinum. For $38.99, Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon is a high-octane mech action game that blends From Software's deep customization roots with their modern, aggressive combat design. With omnidirectional battles across massive stages, extensive mech part customization that directly alters movement and tactics, and multi-phase boss fights that demand precision and adaptability, it delivers a fresh yet familiar evolution of the series. It's an 85 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $29.39, Rise of the Ronin is an open-world action RPG set in 1863 Japan, where a nameless Ronin navigates a nation in turmoil as the Tokugawa shogunate collapses and Western forces arrive. With story choices that shape historical outcomes, deep yet accessible combat blending melee weapons and period firearms, and a detailed Bakumatsu-era open world inspired by real events and figures, it offers a flexible and character-focused journey. It's a 77 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 55 hours to platinum. For $29.39, Dragon's Dogma 2 is a sprawling, narrative-driven action RPG that lets you forge your own legend as the Arisen in a deeply immersive fantasy world shaped by choice and dynamic combat across vast regions. Customize your vocation, party composition, gear, and approach to every encounter, while battling towering monsters using physics-driven systems, smart enemy AI, and flexible combat that rewards positioning and preparation. It's an 87 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $23.99, Persona 3 Reload is a reimagined RPG where you step into the shoes of a transfer student thrust into the mysterious Dark Hour, awakening powerful abilities while forging bonds that shape the fate of friends and the world. You'll explore this hidden hour, engage in turn-based combat against shadows, and balance daily life on Port Island, from attending school and part-time jobs to deepening relationships that influence the story. It's an 87 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 60 hours to platinum. For $39.99, Kingdom Hearts All-in-One Package gathers the epic saga of Sora, Donald, and Goofy as they journey across Disney and Pixar worlds to stop another Keyblade war. This complete collection includes 1.5 and 2.5 Remix, 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue, and 3, delivering hundreds of hours of action, story, and exploration across beloved worlds, iconic characters, and magical adventures. It's an 80 average on game rankings, average trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 550 hours to finish all the games in the collection. Alright, that's it for today's list, everybody. There's something here for every type of player, so be sure to check some of these out while the sale is still going on. From this set of games, I played Dark Souls 3, The Last of Us, Red Dead, Lies of P, Persona 3, and the Horizon and Kingdom Hearts games, so I can recommend each of those from personal experience. The rest of the games do look pretty fun though. If you've played any of these already, drop your thoughts in the comments. Your insights help others find great games too, it's not just mine. As always, I want to thank all my channel members for their generous support, but to all you out there who watch, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff as well, thank you. You're the reason I'm still having fun making all these videos every day, and I'm genuinely grateful for each and every one of you out there. If you can spare $1 a month, you get early access to all my videos, and it helps me out more than you know. But I know times are tough out there, so all I do ask is if you enjoyed the video, hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with any new sales stuff that I put out. Leave a like and comment down below if you've got any of these platinums or plan on going for any of them.